This next pose is another really good stretch for the back. It's also a really good stretch for the hamstrings. And the only thing you need is a corner wall. So ideally, you're lying down so that if you look here, one buttock is against the wall. So I scoot myself with my elbows. The other buttock is not on the wall, but the leg is very close. And then I stretch this leg to the floor. Now there is a possibility that the legs won't straighten or that the pelvis is lifted. So we all have different bodies and we have to adapt and make the posture work for our physical bodies. So in the event that the buttock doesn't touch the wall or the leg is bending, then what I do is I move away from the wall and I stretch my heel up. So the idea is I want to stretch the back of the leg. So the hamstrings or the back of the thighs, I want those to stretch open. And I want to have the heel lifting up so the whole leg stretches. If there's a lot of discomfort in the back of the leg, I can even be a little further away from the wall. What the wall does is that it holds my leg up to make this a little bit easier. And also what the floor does is that it gives me support for my back. So now the action here, and if there's a lot of discomfort in the back, this bottom leg can stay bent. Otherwise, the bottom leg can stay extended. But for those of you that can, you'll put your buttocks of the upward leg against the wall and the bottom leg on the floor. Now, the actions here are that this thigh is moving towards the wall. This thigh is seeking the floor. And in those two actions, that actually helps to create some space in the lower part of the back. To increase the space, I extend my arms away from the waist, keeping the abdomen receding towards the floor. I'm not pushing it down, but I am receding downwards as I elongate the sides of my trunk towards my fingers. To come out of this, I release my arms. I bend both legs, and then I roll to one side. I'm not in a hurry to come out, and then I slowly come up, so that there's no big jerky movements for the back. So I do one leg there for one side, and then I do the other leg over here. Now remember, if the bottom leg, this buttock doesn't reach the wall, that's okay. With time, the legs will become more elastic. You can come all the way to the wall. But if it doesn't, you can be a little bit at an angle, and you can experiment with either keeping the leg bent if there's tremendous back pain. This will make it a little bit easier, or the back of the legs are very tight. And one of the reasons we get back pain is from having very tight hamstrings. So this is a way to relax while you're stretching your hamstrings. If it's possible, the bottom leg gets extended. The toes are very active and spread open. And again, this bottom leg goes down. And this leg, even if it doesn't touch the wall, gets moved towards the wall. Toes are active, and now I extend my arms overhead. To increase the stretch from the waist, I lengthen all the way to my fingertips. And as I'm doing this, I see that I'm maintaining the chest facing the ceiling and the hip bones facing the ceiling. So I'm as level as possible in this position. And then to come out, I release my hands. With the legs bent, I slowly roll to the side. Notice when I come up, my head is the last thing to come up. So the back is in a neutral position. Hope your back feels better.